Hello friends, in today's video lecture we are going to discuss about the continuation part of the enzyme, that is enzyme kinetics, right? So in case of enzyme kinetics is also related to the general principles of chemical reactions, right? So in case of general principle of chemical reaction, what happens? Suppose for example A is the reactant, will reacts with the reactant B, right? So it will form a product P, right? So this is the general principle of the chemical reaction. In any chemical reaction, two or more components, two or more elements or reactant will be react each other to form a products, right? So in case of principles of chemical reaction, what happens? The concentration of the reactants will be determined, right? So the concentration of the reactant will be depend, right? So for example, if we express the concentration of A, that should be expressed as in a square bracket, that is, this is nothing but the concentration of the A, right? For same concentration of B is, that is nothing but the, in square bracket, this is the concentration of the B, right? And for product, we have the concentration of product. We will not consider that much in this here. Okay, so here the general principle of chemical reaction states the concentration of A and concentration of B will be depend on the the rate of the reaction, right? Same like in case of enzyme kinetics. Okay, so here the concentration of enzyme as well as concentration of the substrate is determined. Okay, these both are dependent on the velocity of the reaction or rate of the reaction, right? So here the first point says that enzyme kinetics is the quantitative study of enzyme catalysis. So it is the quantitative study of enzyme catalysis in which the catalytic studies measures the reaction rate. Okay, it will measure reaction rate, that is velocity of the reaction, and the affinity of enzyme for both substrate as well as inhibitors, right? So chemical kinetics or enzyme kinetics is the study of enzyme catalysis, which is quantitative enzyme catalysis, and it also studies the measure of reaction rate. Okay, reaction rate, it is rate velocity of the reaction, and also the enzyme affinity of the enzyme for substrate as well as the inhibitor. Okay, in next point, the kinetics of enzyme catalyzed reaction was first given by the two scientists, that is Leonard Michaelis and Maud Montague. Okay, so these are the two scientists who gave the enzyme catalyzed reaction. Okay, so these scientists, what they did, they studied the reaction in which the enzyme named invertase. This invertase will hydrolyze the sucrose, which is a disaccharide, into that this enzyme will convert the sucrose into a monosaccharide, that is nothing but the glucose as well as fructose, right? So these two scientists studied the enzyme catalyzed reaction, that is studied on the invertase enzyme. This invertase enzyme will convert disaccharide sucrose into the monosaccharides, glucose as well as fructose. Okay, so third point is that these two scientists describe the relationship between reaction velocity and substrate concentration, right? So depending upon their studies, depending upon their study of the enzyme invertase, they gave a relationship between reaction velocity as well as a substrate concentration. Okay, so depend on to explain their results, they proposed a scheme of reaction. So this is the scheme of the reaction where E represents the enzyme, S represents the substrate, right? So enzyme and substrate reacts to form an enzyme substrate complex, right? And the enzyme substrate complex will leads to the products as well as release of the enzyme again. Okay, so this is the schematic representation of these two scientists. Okay, so here this K1 represent the rate constant for enzyme substrate complex formation, right? So this K1 are constant 1. Okay, so it will represent the rate of reaction for formation of the enzyme substrate complex. And second, K minus 1, this will represent this is the rate constant for reverse reaction. This is the reverse reaction. Okay, that is conversion of enzyme substrate complex into the enzyme as well as substrate. That is reverse reaction, right? And third one is the K2, right? This one. So this K2 or constant 2 will represent the rate constant for conversion of enzyme complex to the products, right? So this one K2 or rate constant 2 will represent the conversion of enzyme substrate complex to the product, right? So this is the schematic representation of the reaction given by these two scientists. So depending upon the invertase studies, depending upon the reaction catalyzed by the enzyme invertase, so they gave a schematic representation. The second point is that according to the Michaelis and Menten approach, when the rate of an enzyme catalyzed reaction is measured at varying substrate concentration, right? So in every enzyme catalyzed reaction, so that rate of the catalyzed reaction is measured by the varying substrate concentration. Okay, the rate depend on the rate or velocity depend on the substrate concentration, right? So here the point is, in enzyme catalyzed reaction, what happens to measure that enzyme catalyzed reaction? So that measure can be measured by the varying substrate concentration, and the rate of the reaction or the velocity of the reaction can be depends on the totally on the substrate concentration, right? So in enzyme catalyzed reaction, the rate of the reaction or the velocity of the reaction is totally depend on the concentration of the substrate which is involved in the reaction. Okay, and next is that at relatively low concentration of substrate. Suppose the concentration is very low, right? The concentration of the substrate is very low. At that condition, what happens? The initial velocity or the initial rate of the reaction will increases almost linearly with an increase in substrate concentration. Okay, so here what happens during the reaction? What happens? So relatively or slowly, what the low level of the, okay, so the low concentration of the substrate. Starting in the reaction, we have the low concentration of the reaction. Okay, so at that time, the initial velocity means the starting reaction will show increase. The starting reaction will be increased almost linearly towards the with increase in the substrate concentration. As you add the number of concentration of the substrate, and relatively if the reaction of the the velocity of the reaction will be increased slowly, right? So initial stage, right? The reaction reaches to a maximum velocity that is called as the Vmax, right? So in reaction, as you add the concentration of substrate again and again, what happens? The velocity of the reaction will be reaches to a certain point at the maximum point. So that maximum point is called as the velocity maximum point, or this is represented as Vmax. Okay, with an increase in substrate concentration. So it means that as you goes on adding the substrate concentration, the velocity of the reaction can be increased. Okay, as you increase the substrate concentration, the velocity of the reaction can be increased up to a maximum level, right? So up to a maximum level, the reaction will be increased, the velocity will be increased. So that maximum level is the Vmax. Okay, increase in the substrate concentration, and this is important, it does not increase further by increasing the concentration of substrate. Okay, so in the reaction will attain the maximum position, right? The velocity will reaches the maximum position, and after that also you are still go on adding the substrate concentration. At that time, the velocity of the reaction will not be increased. Okay, it stays as it is. It is stayed at the maximum position, right? So initial what happens? How initial? In the low level of concentration, what happens? As you goes on adding the concentration of the substrate, the velocity of the reaction will be increased slowly, right? Up to a maximum velocity, what happens? the reaction will attain the maximum velocity, right? So after attaining the maximum velocity of the reaction, if you go on still adding the increasing the number of concentration of substrate, okay, so at that time the velocity will not be increased, right? So this is the explained by the Michaelis and Menten approaches. Okay, so this is graphically represented here, right? So this is the graph, right? This axis showing the concentration of the substrate, right? And this axis showing the velocity of the reaction, that is nothing but the rate of the reaction. Okay, so here this is the curve, reaction curve. This is the substrate concentration. Okay, this is the substrate, right? So here what happens, as you increase the substrate concentration, okay, as you increase the substrate concentration, the velocity of the reaction can also be increased like this, right? Like this. The velocity of the substrate, as at initial point, what happens, as you goes on increasing, you goes on adding the substrate concentration, the velocity of the reaction will also get increased up to where, up to a certain limit. This is the limit, right? Up to a maximum limit, the velocity of the reaction will be increased. And after attaining this limit, if you are goes on adding the substrate concentration, but the velocity of the reaction will stay constant, right? So after attaining the maximum velocity, whatever you add the increase in the substrate concentration, at that time also the velocity of the reaction will stay constant. That is nothing but the velocity at maximum point. Okay, so this is the graphical representation. Okay, and another one point here is when the velocity of the reaction attains it half of the position. Okay, let us consider from here to the here. This is the velocity of the reaction, right? So this is the maximum point of the reaction. Okay, so the point at which half of the velocity of the reaction can be attained. So this is the half of the velocity of the reaction. Okay, so at this position the substrate concentration is determined. Okay, so that is represented by V max divided by the 2. Okay, we will explain here. So here the statement states that the concentration of the substrate at which reaction velocity reaches half of its maximum velocity. See, this is important. The concentration of the substrate. Okay, the concentration of the substrate at which reaction velocity reaches half of its maximum velocity. Okay, the substrate concentration at which the reaction velocity will attain half of its maximum velocity. So at that point is called as the Michaelis constant. Okay, so which is represented by the Km. Okay, so this is the Km. Okay, so this point is the Km. Okay, so what do you mean by Michaelis constant? Okay, Michaelis constant is nothing but the concentration of the substrate at which rate of the reaction will reaches to the half of its maximum velocity, right? So this is the half of the maximum velocity of this graph. Okay, so this half of the maximum velocity of the reaction is called as the represented as the Km, and it is called as the Michaelis constant, which is represented as Km. Okay, and it is expressed as moles of substrate per liter. Okay, so Km can be expressed in terms of moles of substrate per liter. Okay, at lower value of Km, suppose the Km is very low value. Okay, the greater affinity of the enzyme for the substrate. Okay, so when the Km value is low, okay, so the affinity of the enzyme for the substrate is high, right? So thing is, when the Km value reaches to the low, or when Km value is very low, at that time the enzyme have greater affinity for substrate concentration. Okay, in case of enzyme properties, we already studied that small quantity of enzyme is much better, much suitable for the any large enzyme catalyzed reaction, right? So this is the representation where Km is the ratio of rate constants, right? So this Km is the ratio of the rate constants. Okay, and another one point here is these two scientists, they also put forward some mathematical presentation of the concentration among the concentration of enzyme, concentration of substrate, as well as maximum velocity and Km. Okay, so this is the equation or mathematical representation of these quantities, right? So Vmax of the S concentration is divided by Km, that is nothing but the Maclaurin's constant plus substrate concentration. Okay, where, okay, in this condition what happens when the concentration of substrate is very less than Km. Okay, at that condition the velocity of the reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of the substrate. Okay, and second condition is that when the concentration of the substrate is very high as compared to the Km, right? That is nothing but the Maclaurin's constant, right? So at that condition, velocity of the reaction is equal to the velocity at the maximum point. Okay, and third condition is that when the concentration of substrate is equal to the Km, at that condition, velocity is the ratio between half of the velocity at maximum. Okay, so this is the conditions. Okay, based on this, the Planck, these two scientists, that is Maclaurin and Manton, gave the a relationship between concentration of the substrate and rate of the reaction. The next point is the reaction velocity versus substrate concentration shows a hyperbolic plot. Okay, so in last graph we plot a graph between velocity of the reaction as well as the substrate concentration. At that time we got a hyperbolic plot, and also we know that when at initial reaction, as the concentration of the substrate increases, the rate of the reaction also get increased, right? And here there are two conditions when the substrate concentration is kept constant, right? So when we kept substrate concentration as constant and the enzyme concentration was increased. Okay, the condition is that we kept a substrate concentration constant and we increase the enzyme concentration. At that time, the rate of the reaction is increased. This is important, right? So when we kept the substrate concentration constant and we increase the enzyme concentration, at that time what happens? The rate of the reaction will be increased. This is one condition. In second condition, what happens? When we kept enzyme concentration constant, right? So in first case we kept their substrate concentration we kept as constant, but in second case we are keeping enzyme concentration as constant. Okay, and the substrate concentration is increased. At that time what happens? The rate of the reaction is increased to a maximum value. Okay, so at that time what happens? The rate of the reaction will be increased to a maximum value, and after that is lived off. After that it will not go again longer, right? So in second condition we kept the enzyme concentration constant, right? And we increase the substrate concentration. At that time what happens? The rate of the reaction will be increased up to a certain limit, up to a maximum limit. After the maximum limit, it will not be increased. The rate of the reaction will not be increased. Okay. In first case, we kept the substrate concentration constant and we increase the enzyme concentration. At that time, what happens? The rate of the reaction will be increased. Okay. So in second case, up to a maximum value only the reaction will be increased. Okay, why that is? What is the reason behind that? The reason behind that is the saturation of all the available binding sites by the substrate molecule. Okay, so in second case what happens? So whatever the substrate concentration will be present and the enzymes, the saturation of the all available binding sites. Okay, so the enzymes possess this activative sites or binding sites. Those all binding sites were occupied or attached, bind by the substrate molecule. That's why the reaction will not go further increased, right? And second point is that at low concentration of substrate, okay, the concentration of substrate will be low. At low concentration of substrate, the velocity is proportional to substrate concentration, right? So at low concentration of substrate, the velocity of the reaction will be increased. That is proportional. As the concentration of the substrate at low level increases, the velocity of the reaction can be increased. That is proportional to the substrate concentration at initial reaction. And at high concentration of substrate, okay, at high concentration of substrate, what happens? The velocity become virtually independent, right? So at high concentration of the substrate, the velocity of the reaction is totally independent from the concentration of the substrate, right? And approaches to a maximum limit, second condition, right? Approaches to a maximum limit since the rate of the reaction is no longer depend on concentration of substrate at high concentration, right? The meaning of this sentence is when the concentration of substrate is low, at that time rate of the reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of the substrate. Means as the concentration of the substrate increase, the rate of the reactions also increase. In second case, when the concentration of the substrate is very high, at that condition the velocity of the reaction is totally independent from the concentration of the substrate and approaches to a maximum limit. The concentration, the rate of the reaction or velocity of the reaction will be approaches to a maximum limit, and after that there is no increase in the reaction. Okay, and since the rate of the reaction at high concentration of the substrate is no longer depend on the high concentration of the substrate. Okay, so this is the explained by the both scientists. Okay, and second one is that next is the steady state assumption, right? In this steady state assumption, this is mainly described about the concentration of enzyme substrate complex. In earlier cases, we discussed only enzyme concentration as well as substrate concentration. But in case of steady state assumption, we will focus on the enzyme substrate complex concentration. Okay, here what happens? The scientists, there are two scientists again. One is, this is given by Briggs and Haldane. Okay, this steady state assumption is given by these two scientists. This states that the concentration of enzyme substrate complex remain constant through much of the reaction. Okay, so here what happens? The enzyme substrate complex in the reaction will remain constant through much of the reaction. So in total reaction, the enzyme substrate constant will remain constant, right? Okay, and next, when the enzyme and substrate first mixed during the initial start of the reaction, the enzyme and substrate will be mixed to form a enzyme substrate complex, right? So when enzyme and substrate first mix, the concentration of enzyme substrate complex will be rise rapidly, right? So initial stage of the reaction, the enzyme as well as substrate will bind together to form the enzyme substrate constant, right? At that time, the concentration of this complex will be increased rapidly from 0. Okay, so here it is the startup, right? So see the graph here. Okay, so this line represents the concentration of the substrate, and this line represents the concentration of the product, right? And this discontinuous line shows the concentration of enzyme regarding to time, and so this discontinuous line represents the concentration of the enzyme. Okay, and this line represents concentration of enzyme substrate complex. Okay, so here at the initial point, when the enzymes mix with the enzyme mix with the substrate, what happens? It will form a complex. Okay, it will form the complex. Okay, so the concentration of the complex will be increased 0 to some up to certain limit. Okay, so 0 to some certain limit, the concentration of the enzyme substrate complex will be increased, and after that it will remain constant. See, this is like this line is remain constant, right? And here also the enzyme concentration will be remains constant. So from this area to this line, this is the steady state, right? So both are at the steady state. Okay, so this is regards the chemical kinetics, right? In this we discussed about the enzyme catalyzed reaction and how the concentration will depends on the reaction, how the concentration of the substrate will affect the reaction, right? So I hope this video is helpful for you. Thank you.